working the blessing. Wherever they go, places get blessed. Huh? LeBron James went to Cleveland. Cleveland got in the playoffs. One man leaves Cleveland. How they get out of the playoffs? Because one man goes. That man's blessed. I heard it, and you know, when I got ready to do this, I was watching Miami Heat. They had beat the Spurs. You know, I was going for the Spurs. I'm a Spurs man. And then they interviewed James, and you know what he said? I don't want to say nothing. He got that deep voice. I don't want to say nothing. I'm just from LeBron James from Cincoville, Ohio, and I'm just blessed. Oh, I jumped out of my chair. I almost started running in the room by myself. He said, what? He's who? He said, I'm just blessed. I'm going like, my God!
My God.
He's blessed. And then I'm studying the blessing. And the blessing will follow you, and it will overtake you. And wherever you go, things get blessed.
Yes.
And it hit me. The reason why I use LeBron is because when he was at the Cavaliers, Cavaliers ain't never thought about him being on playoffs. All of a sudden he goes there. They in the playoffs. Guess what happened to the team? They blessed. Whether you like it or you don't like it, they was blessed. You know. Get with the winners now, y'all. Let's don't be with the losers all day. Corey always talks about me. Oh, you always go with the winners. You better believe it. You'll step across the street. Y'all losing. I'm going over here. I'm staying over there and go down with these skunks. They know how to lose. Y'all ever found somebody that you don't know how good it is? They found a way to lose. Do y'all want to be with them? They come up and somebody get them up and they up. They finally get up. Before it's all over, they find a way to lose. Do you want to stay over there? You asking for it. Do you know? They ain't going to lose us. Get with the winners. Now, you can stay with the Spurs. Spurs going to win. But I'm saying this boy's blessed. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If he leaves Miami, I bet you they don't win. Huh? Well, they got, but no, take him out of there. Cleveland. Now, I'm just using him because he said it. But I'm gonna show you somebody. Let's go to the Bible. Let's go to Genesis 39. That's why I say I might not finish this today because I got to make a point. Y'all got to know who's in it. And let me say, when you're in the blessing, you affect everybody around you. I use people out there. He's in the blessing. Peace House, everything run because he's there. If he was to leave that house, would it run the same? My sister is in the blessing. If she walked away, things would not run the same way they was. Because she's blessed. And she's operating in it. Now, we got to admit, let me tell you, as I started to study this, I need to tell, some real churchy people going to act like they know everything. The man that started telling you that he know everything, get out of him, get away from him. Because he's lying. Because as I study this, it tells you, you ain't going to never know all of it.
That's right.
You want to learn as much as you can about it.
Man.
Yeah. I've been around some preachers. It makes me better around preachers. Because I know they ain't going to know everything. If they try to act like they know everything, I know I'm going to go see them. Because I know they're going to know less. Some people know how to play church. Some people know how to play the Bible. You'd rather know the Bible. Go to Genesis 39. Now, this person I'm going to talk to you about blessings is where everywhere he went, it got blessed. He was in the blessing. Y'all, you know the blessing can be so big until y'all ever seen something. If you keep fooling with it, it starts spinning so much, it becomes favor. You know, it wasn't no lilies there until Alicia walked past. She was walking, all of a sudden flowers started growing. She kept walking, flowers kept growing.
Sure.
Yeah. Now she got favor. Not only is she blessed, wherever she's there, things happen. But you need to be in the blessing to be in the favor. Right?
Amen.
Go to Genesis 39. I'm going to need you to read this, Emily. I'm going to go as far as I can. Looks like I'm not going to get very far on this because there's so much to do. Go to Genesis 39 and let's start at 39 and 1. First, let me tell you, before we read this, a little bit about Joseph. Joseph was the son of Jacob. Jacob had the blessing of Abraham, his great-granddaddy. Isaac, the one we just talked about, was Joseph's daddy. Okay, Joseph had lots of kids. He had a whole bunch of kids, and the reason why he had so many because he had 2 girls to have them. You know, he just didn't have, but y'all, that's against the law now. You can't do that anymore. So he had Leah and Rachel. Okay, now Joseph was Leah's son, and Jacob loved Leah more than he loved the other girl. Mm-hmm. But loved Rachel than Leah. But Leah was the one that had all the babies.
Yep.
She had plenty. She could have some babies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so he had 12, actually 13, because his daughter. His daughter's name was Diana. Did you know that? Yeah. They killed some people behind Diana. Diana. They killed some folks behind her. Them brothers, some guys messed with her. They went down and tricked them. And because they wanted to go with her, they made the guys do some things. And then when they did them, they killed them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have a brother like that. We get to mess with my sister and go down here and kill it. Joseph didn't know. Don't y'all mess with them boys. And they went on and did it anyway. But you'll find out about it. But anyway, them same old tough boys that jumped on that boy for their sister, they couldn't stand their little brother. They couldn't stand it. We don't like him. He think he know everything. But Joseph had favor on him, and he was in the blessing of it. So you know what his brothers did? They got rid of him. Mm-hmm. They was working out in the field doing some stuff because they had plenty of money and cattle and everything else because they was in the blessing. So his daddy sent him out there to go out and Joseph, you go out and see what your brother's doing out there. And of course they was working because they had plenty of money. They wasn't playing around, but they didn't like him.
Nope.
So he came out there and and they say Joseph was a real good looking guy. And his daddy bought it and made him a coat of many colors, a whole bunch of colors. They didn't make nobody else because he loved him the most. He said it. It was public with it. Mm-hmm. So when he got there, he had one of his brothers' name was Reuben. And when they got there, they said, let's do something about this boy. I'm sick of him. He was 17 when we got there. And so they said, let's just kill him. I'm sick of him. Let's kill him. Because there's some bad dudes. They beat this boy so bad on his sister. No, they killed him behind their sister. But anyway, they got him, and just when they got ready to kill him, they said, let's don't kill this silly kid. Let's take his coat, go get some animals, cut it up, put blood on it, throw him in a pit, and just leave him there, and then somebody come get him. Well, some Ishmaelites, they was Ishmaelites, Beverly, right? You told them the story last week, you know about the Ishmaelites? They was coming in a caravan, and so, when you say Ishmaelites and you read the Bible, they say, there must be some cousins of theirs. Because they had a cousin named Ishmael. He took off through the desert and went to start a whole new land. So these were Ishmaelites. Lights. Like not Ishmael heavies, lights. Because the Ishmael heavies. But it was the lights. Anyway, the brothers say, let's sail on to the Ishmaelites. So they got him out of there and made some money on him, And then they went home and lied to their daddy. Well, he brought the coat and said, something happened because he's all bloody and I know we found his coat. Lying guys. But this boy had favor. So they made a little money off of him and said he was gone. They said, good, we get him. His dad was hurt bad because he loved him more than the rest of them. That's why I didn't like him in the first place. Mm-hmm. Now I needed to get y'all over to 39. Now, Genesis 39, read it.
Verse 1. Now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him from the Ishmaelites who had taken him down there. The Lord was with Joseph, and he was a successful man. And he was in the house of his master, in the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hands. So Joseph found favor in his sight and served him. Then he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put under his authority. So it was from the time that he had made him overseer of his house and all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake.
Stop. See, now this boy like LeBron James. They see that this boy, everything he do is his sight works. Get the ball to LeBron. Well, how come they don't give it to Wade? No, Wade's all right. But we want somebody that's going to do it. Now, you see, after they found this boy, and you know, he was like LeBron, but he was the man say, I got a LeBron James in my house. Everything we got, give it to him. Because he going to make it grow. Because he's in what?
The
blessing. He's blessed. You know, it's just like when Big Earl went to Texas, get the ball to Earl. You know, let's throw a pass. Why? Give it to Earl. Earl's going to run 20 yards. Why you want to waste some stuff? Right? So you know what the man seen it. He said, this boy is blessed. Give him everything I got. You work it, I know it's going to work for me. Go, keep going.
And the blessing of the Lord was on all that he had in the house and in the field. Thus he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he did not know what he had except for the bread which he ate. Now Joseph was handsome in form and appearance. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast longing eyes on Joseph.
Stop. See, now we know what happened there. You know, this woman, she ain't nothing but rich. And that's all. She don't know sin. She don't care about sin. She just know I'm rich. And I know my husband's gone, and it's a handsome guy. And he need to come with me. Come on in the room, man. No, I'm not going to do that. Because I work for your husband, and you know, he put everything in my hands. I ain't going to do it. She said, I said, come in the room. Now. He said, I'm not. And he was good looking, so she figured, what's wrong with this man? See, you know, the Egyptians didn't know the difference. They didn't know what sin was. This is before Moses came. So they didn't know nothing about sin. They just had an idea of right and wrong, the law they made, but it wasn't sin, because Moses had to come and make that. You see what I'm saying? Y'all understanding what I'm saying?
Amen.
Some preachers don't even understand this. Y'all do, right? Okay. So she tried to take advantage of him.
Yep.
So y'all, I'm gonna tell the story because it's long. So he had that. He had a coat, and so he was running. He said, "No, I'm not gonna do it." She said, "Yes, you is." Nobody ain't gonna know. So he took off running. She grabbed his coat, snatched his coat off him. Boy, didn't have nothing under there. She had some underwear or something. Took off, just running across the parking lot. And she said, I'm going to fix this. Well, so she screamed, oh, this Hebrew, oh, he tried to take advantage of me. See, I got his coat. He's taking off across the parking lot. You know which one he is. Ain't got no underwear on. Okay? So to make a long story, he's in the doghouse. Go to 20, 39 and 20. Read it.
Then Joseph's master took him and put him into prison, a place where the king's prisoners were confined, and he was there in the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him mercy, and he gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever they did there, it was his doing. The keeper of the prison did not look into anything that was under Joseph's authority, because the Lord was with him, and whatever he did, the Lord made it to prosper.
Now, see, I got LeBron James in the prison. Oh, man, I'm about to have a basketball team. I'm going to go down here, everything. This boy, I'm finna get it now. He got the blessing on him. I'm going in and get it. He done recognize this is the Joseph that, oh, Lord, everything he do going to work. We're going to have money in the jailhouse. So he put him over all the jailhouse. Now the jail guys in jail, but they got it good. Oh man, these new sandals off. Joseph, he figured it out. Man, he got a new thing. Everybody got new sandals on. In the jail. New sandals in the jail. Oh, these tunics. Oh man, we used to have no more straps around us. Man, Joseph, he come up with some stuff. Man, they gave us new tunics. Isn't it a blessing? Listen to me. When you're in the blessing, everything around you get blessed.
Amen.
Y'all got this?
Mm-hmm.
See, we in it, everything gets blessed. You know, my brother Bullum, his name is Eugene, we call him Bullum. You know, people make names up, Bullum. He was in the blessing because everything seemed like everything he did was working. I said, he's in the blessing. I can talk to him. He's in the blessing, Barbara. My sister-in-law watching me. Every week she tells me, her name is Barbara. Eugene was in the blessing, okay? So, what I was saying, everything this guy did worked. Now, they had a problem in the jail, and then the Pharaoh was dreaming dreams. It was some old bad guys up in the jail, got thrown in there, a butcher and a baker and a butcher, I believe, no, a butler. And they had some dreams. One had a dream, and Joseph came and interpreted them. He told the guy, he said, you know, your dream is that, you know, about what his dream was. He told him, you're going to end up getting hanged. And he told him, your dream, I'm interpreting your dream, and you're going to end up going back and working for the king, and everything's going to be all right. You can go ahead and get ready. So, and they say, and then when you go do this, have favor. When you get out, have favor on me. Joseph had to, but they disappeared. But Joseph still was operating in the prison. And so, y'all, he went on, and then the Pharaoh had a dream about 7 years of famine, and you know, wheat and all that. And so he was all confused. So he needed to have somebody interpret it. Guess who he got?
Joseph.
Yeah, need somebody to come in there and get him in the playoffs. He went and got LeBron. He bought it. He got him in there. Go to 14, Emily. 41 and 14. See, I'm breaking it down because this is long. I have to go home.
Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him quickly out of the dungeon, and he shaved, changed his clothing, and came to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, I have had a dream, and there is no one who can interpret it, but I have heard it said of you that you can understand a dream to interpret it. So Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, it is not in me. God will give Pharaoh an answer of peace. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, behold, in my dream, I stood in the bank of the river. Suddenly 7 cows came up out of the river, fine looking and fat, and they fed in the meadow. Then behold, 7 other cows came up after them, poor and ugly and gaunt. Such ugliness as I have never seen in all the land of Egypt. And the gaunt and ugly cows ate up the first 7, the fat cows. When they had eaten them up, no one would have known that they had eaten them, for they were just as ugly at the beginning. So I awoke. Also I saw in my dream, and suddenly 7 heads came up on one stalk, full and good. Then behold, 7 heads withered, thin and blighted by the east winds, sprang up after them. And the thin heads devoured the 7 good heads. So I told this to the magicians, but there was no one who could explain it to me.
Let's stop. See now, Joseph is the man they need. He's the man they need. Let's skip on over to 39. Go to 39.